Okay, this will probably be the only one I do for a while for today, and maybe I'll come back to do some more later after I've done some homework. But PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulst claims Sony is still, quote, very interested in Japan development, end quote, amidst ongoing censorship of Japanese titles, shuttering of Japanese studio. So, yeah. And this is one of the reasons why I hate Sony. They are censorship heavy, and I hate censorship dickheads. So, yeah, despite numerous and seemingly constant reports of Sony's predilection towards censoring Japanese titles released on their platform, PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulst has attempted to reassure players that their company is still very invested in Japanese development. I call bullshit. Asked during a recent interview with Game Informer's Kimberly Wallace for his thoughts on the rumors that Sony had all but completely abandoned its Japanese audience following its dissolution of Japan's studio, Ape Escape, Gravity Rush, I think are some things developed by them, Hulst refuted. I will say that we are in some ways very much a Japanese company still. That's our heritage, he added. It's still part of who we are. We love our Japanese games. Well, yeah, if you did, you wouldn't be censoring and alienating them. But then again, I guess that's what happens when you move to the center of Retardville, otherwise known as California. When pressed by Wallace for information on what Japan Studios resurrecting meant for Sony's future in Japan, Hulst boasted for the numerous other studios the company had in the country, presenting them as evidence that Sony was still very invested in Japanese development. We're building our Team Asobi under Nicholas Dosset, so we are actually investing in that team, said Hulst. People forget sometimes that we have Polyphony Digital, which is a team in 2 locations. We are investing in our external development group out of Tokyo as well, and that's a team that has obviously worked with the likes from Software and Kojima Productions. It continued, so we are very invested in Japanese development, and Japanese development is something that we love. Again, I call bullshit. I think it's such a core of the PlayStation identity that I can't even see us shy away from Japanese or any Asian development, Hulst concluded. Despite Hulst's denial of the rumors, fans' fear that Sony has turned away from Japan has been spurred by a myriad of concrete, widely reported events, including the company's regular censorship of blood and gore and risque visuals in anime games, despite such content being included and even promoted in the Western development games such as The Last of Us Part 2 and their aforementioned closure of Japan studio. Further, as a result of Sony's perceived indifference to its Japanese audience, Sony has all but been eliminated from the country's top sales chart, with only one title appearing in the top 30 of the 2 most recent reporting periods, alongside claims that Sony no longer wants to produce smaller games that are only successful in Japan in favor of games with global appeal. Yeah, you gotta stick to those global standards. These reports make Hulst's claims seem nothing more than a corporate lip service than anything else, and it most likely is. After all, he did say that the company is only still a Japanese company in some ways, which could mean anything from having a focus on niche Japanese titles, which, as evidenced, is doubtful, to simply having one office within the country. And that's the end of the article. Yeah, I call bullshit. Even if Sony does still have some interest in Japan, they might have just pissed enough people off in Japan with their bullcrap as of late. Which I hope they did. Which I hope they have, because Sony deserves a lot of crap for all the censorship bullshit they do. And they're imperialists. They are imperialists. Like, they do what you would think an imperialist would do. They enforce their own norms and societal views on another country and its people, while they live in another country. So, yeah, they're hypocrites and imperialists of the highest order, so fuck them. Quote Rambo, fuck them, they can go to hell. And that's the article, so... Actually, no, yeah, I will say this. It is kind of sad that Sony is doing all this crap, because I used to like Sony. Like, I used to be a big PlayStation fan, but in the last couple of years, they have shown time and time again they have bought into the whole regressive bullshit. Then again, they did move their office to California, the mainstay station and headquarters for the new Communist Party. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call them communists. Cultural Marxists. And we can't have nice things now because of those assholes. But yeah, that's the video. That's the information. Again, I have no idea if I'll be doing more videos today, because there's still a lot I would like to do videos on, because of a lot of stuff that has been brought up today. Like, really some interesting stuff was brought up today. Like, normally they only have every couple of weeks, but there's one involving Dan Slott and Sleepy Joe. I would really like to talk about them, but for now I'm going to work on some homework and maybe get back to this later. Have a nice day, and remember the game was rigged from the start.